Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you for joining me here, my dear friends. Today, the 20th of June of 2023. It is a Tuesday. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I don't know, that new moon in Gemini. I don't know about that. I really don't know about that new moon. Anyway, a lot has been going on, especially for the mutable signs. It's been really hard. So a Virgo, Pisces, Gemini and Sagittarius. A lot of things were shown to us, and we've all got those energies somewhere in the chart. So we're all affected, whether it's firsthand or through others. You know, that new moon was square to Neptune, and it hasn't been easy at all. Good old Uncle Neptune, the god of the seas. Let's see what's going on, because remember, a new moon, the energies of the new moon lasts until the full moon, which will be in less than 2 weeks, obviously. So we're going to have a positive, very positive full moon in Capricorn. But that's not yet, okay? It's not happening yet. So let's see what the Karma Dharma is as the moon is transiting through Cancer now. And Cancer, remember, moon means it's very strong, very much about the family, the mother, our emotions, things that are hidden pertaining to the past will be showing up. There's a lot going on in the astrology. But there's also something great that is promised now. It's a new seed that's being planted pertaining to our investments, whether it's relationships or projects or anything like that. There's a new cycle that begins now, today, and we'll be looking at that towards the later part of the year, where we'll be revisiting what's starting today. What is this seed? It's like a new cycle begins today. So we've got the Magician, and the Magician speaks to an ace. We've got an ace up our sleeve, right? This is the Gemini Virgo card. It is Mercury, and Mercury is all about communication, conversations, business, collaboration. It may involve your siblings, your relatives, your close environment, anything to do with movement as well. Remember, the Magician, he's aligning with the planets and has the ability and the possibilities to make magic, but there could also be a lot of trickery, deception. Remember that new moon, sun and moon squaring over to Neptune. All right, so we don't know. I don't take these cards in the reverse. So we like the Magician in the upright. Hopefully we do have the possibility to make magic as the stars will start to align. Just pay attention what's going on, right? In relationships and partnerships, business. As Venus and Mars are connecting in Leo. Leo is all about the inner child. It's about taking a risk, whether it's a project or a love relationship or anything to do with flirtation and matters of the heart as well. Anything creative that you are aspiring now through hardships, maybe something is being birthed, right? We love Neptune at the degree he's at now in Pisces. He's at the exaltation degree of Venus, my dear friends, which says that there can be magic. There's not only illusion and deception, even though times seem quite hard. We've got many opportunities as well to have the truth, to get grounded. We've got Jupiter connecting really well with Saturn. Jupiter from Taurus, which is all about the mundane. It is about money. It is about self-worth, self-esteem, and connecting with Saturn from Pisces. Also, what that is telling us is that we need to have boundaries. We need to put up boundaries and not just get lost out there in the lie, in the deception, in the propaganda, in the dream, right? So something that we're hoping to create in the physical realm is now very, very aligned, right? Especially with the Magician here. So let's see what's going on today, dear Spirit. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you to Hermes, who is the messenger. The messenger is here to bring us the news. Let's see what's going on. Okay. We've got the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Anything to do with emotional matters, artistic matters. Remember, she's all about sacrifice, all about love and compassion, and coming from a place of heart. Strong intuition, use it. It's oh wow, 2 same cards, very similar, right? We've all got the knowledge within us. Now the High Priestess, of course, is all about wisdom. Where matters of heart are concerned, do not turn your back on what that little, that little voice inside of you is telling you. Don't turn your back on that intuition. Whatever your higher self is telling you, you need to face it, head on. Now, the High Priestess can also be someone who's in the shadows, someone who is, because where love and love relationships are concerned, she could be a third party. Now, the third party doesn't have to speak to a love affair. It could just speak to infiltration of the energy of others within a relationship or a partnership. And there's also lots of secrecy, but there can also be wisdom. The World card, so beautiful. The World card is usually an accomplishment. It is also a possibility that, Spirit is telling us now that, yes, that new seed is planted, and the possibility for a birthing is taking place now. But in due time, I'm going to say, because the World card does speak to the 4 fixed energies, right? So Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. We've still got the nodal axis moving through Scorpio and Taurus. That will not end until October, sometime in October, November this year. So yes, our securities, our financial securities, money that we own, anything to do with the bank and what gives us that sense of security, and also where money coming through from others, from inheritance, from a partner, shared resources, the banks, anything like that. This is still playing out. But with Venus and Mars now in Leo, it's like the pressure is on to have the changes, to let the changes happen, or take part in making the changes in your own life, right? Because there is a seed that's planted today. Pay attention, because Venus is at the 13th degree of Leo today, and she's already stepped on the degrees that she's going to retrograde over. So whatever's going on and has been going on these past 2-3 days now, you will be revisiting that, okay? And we'll be doing a special analysis on the Venus retrograde in Leo on Patreon on tier 3. So if you're interested, we'll be doing that in the next few days so that you could understand how this may be affecting you. Venus in Leo is very extravagant. She's very open and she's very flirtatious. She's very fiery, but she's also fixed and fixated on something that she desires. Now, she's very artistic as well. She's very creative, very inspired. She's chasing Mars, which says that the feminine is chasing the masculine. And the feminine also takes a more masculine persona right now, where she's all fired up. We've got the lovers connecting in Leo. If this is not flirtation and games and risk-taking, then I don't know what is. But this can also be happening in partnership for business. Okay, so also Leo does connect to the inner child and to our children as well. So this could be a very important time for those of you that are a bit older, for your children and their love life, or whatever it is that they're creating. But as I said, the seed is planted and it's promised here with the World card. And the World card, of course, as I said, it's an accomplishment. It's also an ending to a cycle, therefore to open up a brand new cycle. Now, this could also speak to physical distance. The World card means you're dealing with foreigners, people that could be distant emotionally, physically, right? So for me, because we've got the High Priestess here, which is all about the moon, of course the Queen of Cups, she's very emotionally open or not open if she were to be in the reverse. Now, I'm not reading reversals, dear friends, so take it as it resonates for you. But we're talking about the moon and the fixed signs, which is talking about uneasy changes where the home is concerned, secrecy where someone's home life or their personal life or the past is concerned, also secrets pertaining to mothering or motherhood or anything like that is concerned, right? Lots of secrets, lots of things that may not be clear. Now, the High Priestess could also be someone that's wise, that's guiding you, could be sort of guiding you along your path. You're looking for wisdom. Now, we all have the ability to tune in, to align, right? We all have that ability. It's just that some of us are not so mature in that respect. But we are all connected to spirit. So take some quiet time, meditate if you possibly can, and see what speaks to you. Let's see what's going on. We've got the Chariot. This is beautiful. So we were just talking about the moon, and here is Cancer, and Cancer is the 4th house, which is ruled by the moon, and the moon is in Cancer now at 23 degrees. So obviously very strong where emotions and psychic ability is concerned right now. Now, where there's been unhealthy connections with others, there are adjustments that we need to make, right? There are dilemmas where our emotional happiness, our even the country we reside in is concerned, right? We're at a crossroads, I'm going to say. We're at a crossroad also pertaining to our commitments. Commitments can be contracts, they could be business, they could be marriage, any contracts or anything that you've been invested in as well. There's still, a lot of illusion and disillusionment going on with the sun squaring over to Neptune, right? And the sun is almost at the 29th degree of Gemini. I want to wish those last born Geminis a happy birthday. It's almost Cancer season, so it'll be more about the our energies being more internalized. Cancer is more sensitive, more homely, and maybe more secretive or just more sensitive, wants that security, that emotional, that physical security as well. But the Chariot speaks to dilemma, but also opportunities to take charge of your own life, having decided or using the energies to your advantage, okay? And it is a victory card. So we see a lot to do with the moon. So a lot of possibly also secrets being revealed, lots of communications and possible new beginnings here. This can speak to a house move, an emotional tug of war, but also the possibility to take charge of our own lives, trust our intuition, follow our heart, what feels good. There's another 2. I do feel that a decision is made, more so here, because we've got opposing, I should say, sort of similar energies here. So that's why I feel that this is probably in the reverse, which says that someone has made a decision. It's like the shoe has dropped now. It's like the decision has been made now. That's what I feel. And I feel that there's going to be information and clarity on things that were unknown, and This promises something new that is being birthed, because for me, I feel that this is more the Ace of Pentacles, which is the seed that I said is being planted today, so it can germinate and grow. So there is an opportunity and a potential here. Let's see what the outgoing card is. Oh my God. Okay, some of you are still not decided. Some people are still undecided. The dilemma is still here. Remember what I spoke of about the adjustments and the dilemmas? Some people are having difficulty in making choices, making that choice. But remember that, again, I feel that this is in the reverse. So at some point, the clarity will come in and we are sort of segregating and separating ourselves. Even though it may be harsh, I feel that this is more the Ace of Swords, right? We see the moon here again. Right now, there's a lot of clouded energies. We're all hoping to see the truth, right? This, I feel, is the card that we've got up our sleeve, that the stars will align. And I don't feel that it's going to happen today, my dear friends. I feel that it's going to happen within the next week, because we'll be moving away from this new moon in Gemini, which was a real downer. And there's a lot of things that are up in the air. And see, the general energy is the 10 of Wands, which is a really heavy burden. But again, this changes. It's a restart, right? So the ability to create, the passion, the desire. Sometimes we feel that we cannot make this choice, that we cannot get to our goals, which is the home here. But we've got the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands she is Leo energy, right? She is very creative, and we see a lot of yin energy here. So coming from a place of yin energy, which is all about nurturing. It doesn't say that we don't take action here. It says that we've got the power to manifest, to create, whether it's things that are creative. And the High Priestess also speaks to those hidden realms, tarot reading, astrology, mysticism. I feel here that Spirit is saying, run with your intuition and use the fire that is around now. We do have a lot of fire. Okay. We've got a lot of fire here, and we've got the ability to create, plus the stars align for this new beginning. Right, remember that the World card is an ending. So we don't see the full. We don't see the full here. But we go straight over to the Magician. It's like someone is trusting now that Spirit has their back, because the Fool is that 0. And I feel that the 0 is already here, the restart. Right? I feel that it's already here, and the seed either has been planted very recently or is being planted now, where Venus is going to be rebirthed. So because Venus is going to go, she's going to go from the evening star to the morning star. There's a major shift. Venus in the sky, the brightest star after the moon, and we've got the moon and we've got Venus here. So the two brightest stars in our sky are promising that there's going to be a metamorphosis, because Venus is going into the underworld. She's going to go through a transformation and be rebirthed. So love, values, self-esteem, projects, peace, pleasures, fun, everything is going through a metamorphosis, dear friends. So we've got the ability to create, trust your intuition. You're going to be called to make a decision. It may be really, really tough, but this decision will close up the cycle, a cycle that needs to be closed up. And there's movement. It can be physical movement or just emotionally moving, leaving something in the past where it needs to be. And remember that Spirit gives us the tools and the ability to make the magic. Wow, look at this. Here we go. Here is Venus and Mars all in Leo. And Leo is matters of the heart. It's the inner child. It's partnership. It's it's passion, it's desire, right? Wow. Temperance is saying all in divine timing, because we've been dealing with a lot of fear, a lot of karma, a lot of blockages and limitations and restrictions, right? Remember that this is Sagittarius and we've just had a new moon in Gemini. Sag is right opposite. For some of us, this new moon will complete in the time of Sagittarius, in the season of Sagittarius, when we're going to have a full moon, 27th of November. That's on a bigger picture. For others of you, whatever's playing out now, you'll have the culmination of it with the full moon in Capricorn, July 3rd. So a lot of karma, a lot of blockages, unhealthy connections, fears, addictions, all those nasty emotions are the devil. And you know, the devil is a love affair. It's also third parties, right? It's secrecy, it's being connected to the past, being stuck in a vicious cycle. But it also speaks to a huge desire to connect with another person. Spirit is saying, because this is more the physical realm, this is more the spiritual realm, and I would say that whatever's going on, many relationships are going through an ascension process. So going from the mundane heaviness and challenges of the devil into more spiritually aligned and more truthful, I'm going to say, more spiritual, more divine connection. Okay, now because this is Archangel Michael and Spirit is saying there's an alchemy going on, remember we're close to the end. King of Wands, of course Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, I'm going to say also Scorpio energies. Now if you're not dealing with these archetypes, right, it could be the energy that we are incorporating or emanating or acting out, let's say, because we've all got fire within us. So the ability, we've got the ability through our inspiration and through creativity and risk-taking to get to the end of this cycle, whatever it is, this burden. Let's see emotionally, what is the potential? Now remember, retrogrades speak to the energies turning inwards. So we need to redirect, revisit situations, Venusian situations. It's time, and things are already starting to play out. Now Venus will not retrograde until July, but she's on the degrees that she'll be revisiting. So things that are playing out from now until towards the end of July, so the next month, pay attention. Let's see what's going on emotionally at this time. We've got the key, which could be an open wound, and the key can also be a resolution. We've got vibrations, very yin energy, the ability to feel, to soak up the energies. There's telepathy here, there's ascension, there's connection to the divine, to spirit. Remember what I was saying, take time out and connect with your higher self. You will find the resolution. Look, it's talking about a third party. Now, not everyone is in a love affair, but there are third party blockages here. Other people are involved that are blocking, and it could also just be, I suppose it could be timing, or just the blockages are here to revisit this open wound. Could be a wound that we are carrying from our childhood. The key could also speak to our home, or an emotional relationship, right? The key is an achievement, but it's also possibly an open wound. Now, it can also speak to liberation, being liberated at this time, right? Liberated from third parties, unhealthy connections. Surrender. Surrender is release. It's releasing and letting go. Also karma, for me, this is Pisces energy. And some of us have been carrying karma from others that we need to, and that will be releasing now. That will be releasing now. See, pause, again, Pisces, surrender, release, turn your perception, look at things from a different angle, trust that. There's been a lot of confusion, illusion, and I'm going to say also, everyone is feeling in a state of solitude and disconnection. This is what needs to be cleared out. This is what needs to change in humanity. Friendships, relatives, partnerships, love relationships, parent-children relationships. We're all going through crises at this time, dear friends. Patience. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with others in your life as we are going through challenges, and you need to trust that everything is happening for the good of everyone and the world, collectively speaking. Let's see what the advice is. What is the advice, dear Spirit? Whatever you are confused about, I would say more than likely within a month you should have the clarity. Towards the end of the Cancer season, you should have more clarity when the Sun is going to trine over to Neptune in Pisces. The Sun from Cancer will trine. We will see. We will see. So whatever you're hoping to create, the magic, you will have clarity on that, but also some happiness with whatever will be created, even for you. Let's see what the advice is. And we've got Truth Be Told, and it's in the upright. Number 14, and I think we've had this card recently, if I remember right. There is the truth, which is the essence of a thing, and then there is a truth, subjective according to the philosophy of the adherent or believer. This is not a time for debate about which truth is truer. This is a time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open in your communication with others and with yourself. Nothing less than surrender to what is. Peeling off the layers of denial that kept you tied to an illusion will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and Spirit will answer with miracles. Wow, if that's not totally on point with what we were talking about, I don't know what is. Let me just continue. I want to continue reading for you. Where relationships are concerned, people tell you who they are very quickly if you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave. This card calls you to engage in heartfelt, open conversation. It's time to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. No one can do that for you. Remember that your truth is always based in your personality and experience up to now. A higher truth will be found after you communicate honestly and see how doing so has helped you become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back, speak your truth, and listen. Now, where your prosperity is concerned, are you willing to do whatever it takes to experience the prosperous life you desire? If you want to be an artist, do you make your art a priority? If you want to be a healer, do you set time aside to learn new things to help you serve? We've got the healers right here. A writer must write and a singer must sing. Being true to your calling is essential to your moving forward. There is another oracle message here too. It's time to have a look at the real, honest truth about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, about prosperity, about your relationship to money, to compensation, and to meaningful work. Ask yourself, what is true for me? And you will find the key to abundance. And there's the key. What is blocking you is possibly your own truth, right? Versus the truth of others, right? Just re-listen to this message, as I do feel it speaks very strongly to this reading. I'm going to read the reverse message as well, because I feel that it's going to resonate. Where are you being dishonest with yourself or others? If you're unhappy in any area of your life, look for signs of denial. This can also pertain to others being misleading or withholding or acting from hidden agendas. Now is the time to say no to dishonesty in all forms. Ask for the truth. Even if you don't like what you hear, acknowledging it will be key to a beautiful new future where you no longer labor under the heavy burdens that deceit and denial impose on you. Set yourself free. Nothing less than truth is required now. What a wonderful, wonderful message coming through from Spirit today, my dear friends. I love that. Absolutely love that. Let's just take on the Two of Swords. I want to take 3 Lenormand. Now, we didn't get to do a divine spread Friday or Sunday, so I guess I owe you one. I wasn't able to do it, so I guess I owe you one. We'll see when I can do that for you. Let's see what's going on here today, dear Spirit. Thank you. We've got the path that opens, so opportunities, decisions, dilemmas. It's like a portal that's open, number 22. Difficult decisions as well. Hesitation where decision is concerned. We've got a divine masculine. So if you're dealing with a divine masculine, then this is your person, unless you are this person. Okay? So it looks like the divine masculine is at a dilemma here more so. And this could also say that they're turning their back to this dilemma, or that they've already made the decision. It can speak to possible physical travel as well, not only decisions. Now, of course, it could speak to release and surrender and no more hesitation, having made a decision. This is the end, or this is the beginning. Whatever this is, remember it's a general reading, and it does bring opportunities. Travel is also in the cards here. And we see loyalty in the dog. So friendships could play a big role here. Or it says that the decision that's made is about loyalty, friendship. The dog speaks to something long-lasting. It's also the truth, because it does speak to Uranus in Aquarius, which is all about rebelling and finding new ways to move towards what it is that this divine masculine desires. Is it a friendship, or is it their loyalty? Okay, because it does speak to being devoted to a certain path. And it is a card of support. So support from, this could be, this divine masculine is receiving support from their friends, or they could be someone that's supporting you. They're loyal towards you. So I don't know what this speaks to for you. I love it that we've got the dog there. Right, so we could be talking about best friends. I mean, the dog is a man's best friend, they say. So we've got the snakes, and the snakes speak to deep desires, but also Moon in Cancer, which is right now happening in the sky. There's something pertaining to desire or seduction, or something forbidden knowledge, forbidden wisdom, also deception. And third parties is the snake. It's like the devil energy. but also speaks to a secret love affair for some of you. This is deep attraction, craving, a craving. Beneath that is the key. You see, there's the key again. So we've got resolutions and revelations and even achievements. What is going on here? We've got the Fortuna, the Wheel of Fortune turns. We've got the Amica, best friend, support, peace, tranquility, justice. And we've got a Domestico here. Now, the Domestico is usually a difficult card. I feel that where there's been deception or disillusion or secrecy or a fear of openness and intimacy, emotional, physical, we've got two very positive cards and a challenging card here. The Domestico is usually someone that serves their own gains, right? But logically, it is someone that is close to your environment. Could be a family member, could be a commitment or a marriage partner. Or what I'm getting here is that where there's been illusion or disillusionment or a fear of deception or blockages or someone fearing that they've been deceived and that they've been used, because we've got two cards that speak a lot about truth, I feel here that someone's loyalty, that we've got helpful energies here, that someone's loyalty will be the tipping point to an opening here. Even though, remember that a dog is very obedient and will always be loyal. So I feel that, remember what I said about the Fool missing, which is a card of being taken for a ride, being taken as a fool, or knowing that Spirit has our back. I feel that this is like the Fool card here, that someone is going to take a leap of faith, even though they're at a tipping point of yes or no. I feel that they're going to come through because of the dog and the loyalty card. Let's take one more on this Domestico. And we've got the Ten of Swords, which is the Militare. And the Militare is like the darkest before the dawn. It's like the biggest challenges are ahead of us, dear friends. This is where the crunch is. This is where the test is. This is where the test is, because the Militare is like the soldier that is willing to climb that mountain, that does not speak about what they're going through. They don't share that. They're going through their own turmoils, but they know where they want to get to. It's the Ten of Wands. Look at this here, right? There's fire beneath, though. There's the desire that I will accomplish this. I will accomplish this deed, this challenge or this dilemma that's ahead of me. Right? Ten of Swords is the darkest before the dawn. It's the ending of the hardships. The possibility is to manifest a dream, something that we've imagined, hoping to create. This is the Gran Consolazione, which is saying that you're going to be called to action. Seven of Wands. And even though you feel as though you're fighting against the odds, you've got the upper hand. And sevens are all about, right? Seven is the Chariot. It's going through a difficult turn. Some of you could be 7 months, 7 years for others. The dream is here. The dream is here on a high level, on an ascendant level. Can we make this dream manifest in the physical realm? We've got Donna de Servizio. We've got help coming through from Spirit and from others. Right? There is help here. There's divine help. Okay? All right. I think that I will leave it there. I hope that this helps, my dear friends. I'm wishing you well. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Tomorrow is the twin flame soulmate reading, and we're going to do the yes please. We'll be taking personal handwritten messages, so do join us. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure to press that notification bell. And also, I am still offering that 20% off half hour or an hour tarot reading. We could do a twin flame reading for you that can go for an hour. It's 20% off. If you are so called and you desire something like that, you can always reach out, write to me, divinedebut11@gmail.com, or divinedebut.net is the website. You can get the links beneath this video. So I'm going to say, because today is the 20th, I'm going to say happy summer solstice and happy winter solstice to those of you that are in the southern hemisphere. The portal is open. The 0 degree of Cancer, where, you know, this is the threshold where the sun passes over that 0 degree. So we'll be hearing a lot about what's going on in the world as well. It is the world axis point, that 0 degree. There's a shift in energies. There is a shift in energies, a shift in our lives that's about to take form. I'm wishing you well for that. Happy summer solstice, happy winter solstice, my dear friends, and make sure that you're connecting with me. Thank you for commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, even donating, to those of you that are so kind and you have done in the past. And whichever way you connect with us here is a big help. Thank you in advance for all that you do. So I will see you tomorrow with a twin flame soulmate reading, and we'll be taking your personal handwritten love messages. So you may comment beneath the video with a yes please. I think that's it. Love you all so much. Talk to you tomorrow. Namaste.